Hi everyone. How are you doing today? It's Tuesday and I am hopping on today with very practical life. I very often get questions about protein, and as long as you eat meat, it's not that hard to find protein in every single meal. Maybe not every single meal you want to have meat in, but still, for meat eaters, it's pretty easy. And I do help tons of people that are vegans and they want to stick with plant-based protein and they want to make it like from scratch, or they just want to make it the high quality, the best quality possible. So for those questions that I'm getting about high quality protein, the protein that is from plant-based, I'm just checking what do I have in my notes. I would love to touch on the beans because there's so much like beans, legumes that you can incorporate into your every single meal, pretty much every single meal. And this way you will be putting into high quality of protein that is, loaded with iron, vitamins B, couple, not just one B, but B's are different types, so couple of different B's. It's as soluble, if you say it this way. Soluble. This is really hard word, even though it's very short. Soluble fiber, which there are plus and minuses for this kind of fiber because you truly need to have a high intake of water when you are drinking, adding to your food, or supplementing this type of fiber. It's the best. It's the best, but it requires tons of water. Tons of water. And fiber overall works on lowering your blood glucose, blood cholesterol. So you supposed to be having, every single um, style of eating that it's loaded with fiber. That's really, really important. So that will be the topic today. But before I hit all the information about beans that I have for you today, I want to remind you that tomorrow I'm not showing up on live because tomorrow is Wednesday. It's a Wellness Wednesday. We have every single Wednesday different topics. Tomorrow will be about skincare, but not about the products for skincare, but the how to take care of your skin. So the skincare you can take care for your skin. And those information will be very, very beneficial because obviously skincare starts on the inside, but on the outside it's important to take care of your skin as well. So I invite you so much, but if you want to join the Zoom, just let me know so I can share with a private message Zoom link or, Zoom ID so you can connect on that one. And every single live that I'm doing in this group, comment with whatever is your takeaway. Every single month, I will be making raffle from all the people that are commenting, and every single comment that you put, it's a one raffle ticket. So you can have more than one during the month, and you can have just more choices to win. Going back to beans, the one thing is that obviously you can buy dry beans in a bag. You can buy beans in a can. You can buy them frozen. Maybe there are more choices. Typically, what I go for are dry or frozen. And if I go for a can, which is easy, they are ready to eat. Those are, remember about the BPA-free cans, low sodium, or just like no sodium, but low sodium in those cans. And it's just supposed to be a water and a salt, but still keep it on a low sodium. If there is anything more than water and a salt, I will stay away from those. So when you are going into a dry beans, and that's the number one I will recommend, the number one to get the best benefits from, because they are soaked by you, cooked by you, the way you want it, and you are honest to goodness going to use all the fiber from the beans on its own, and you're gonna have the most benefits from those kind of beans. So it's really important about the whole process of preparing the beans before you're gonna eat them, because they are completely raw, they are hard, they are unedible completely. So the rinsing and soaking is something that takes time. I will give you one trick, because typically you're supposed to be soaking it overnight, about 12 hours, then drain it and rinse it, completely. And for 1 cup of beans, doesn't matter what type, 1 cup of beans, you will cook it with 3 to 4 cups of water. So that's the ratio. But with the soaking overnight, sometimes we forget. So if you don't have that long time for soaking and you want to still have the cooking on your own, then you can soak it in boiling water. So hot boiling water. Then the soaking is like 1 to 4 hours. And the longer the better, obviously. But if you are soaking them in a boiling water, then it's just shorter and they are faster ready for cooking. But how do you cook? You boil them and then you simmer, and the simmer will go until you are happy with the like texture. So could be 30 minutes, could be longer, could be shorter. It's like with the pasta. I don't cook through, so it's not, you know, falling apart, the pasta, even though I'm using brown rice pasta. My husband likes it's like falling apart. So I like andente, or however you say it. He likes the one that is already falling apart, and it's not tasty for me. Regular pasta that is al dente and it's falling apart, it's very important for your glucose levels. So it's not going to raise your glucose levels when you eat al dente. When you eat very well done cooked, like overcooked, then it's very easily raising your blood glucose. So it's not only for the taste and like whichever way you like it more, but it has the health benefits too. So at the end of the cooking, add salt. The Himalayan, pink salt is really good for like 10 last minutes of cooking. So when they are already almost done, the beans, and you add salt to the water, they're gonna just absorb that salt. So they're gonna get stronger in flavor, for whatever the flavor the beans have. And enjoy them hot. Enjoy them when they are ready to eat. What are types of the beans and legumes that are really very high in the protein, in the plant-based protein, and what would be the cooking time? So there's a lentil that I like to add to tomato soup. Whenever I cook tomato soup, I add lentil into it, so it's blended. It's just mixed with the tomatoes, and the tomatoes, of course, tomatoes, not some kind of sauces, pastas that I do tomato soup, but straight from the tomatoes. And nobody knows they eat protein with the soup right away. So lentils you will cook about 30 to 45 minutes. Uh, Split peas. That's something that is less likable by me. I just don't like the peas, eat that so much. But if you want to do it and you want to cook it, it's really good in some kind of soups, I can tell you that. Between 45 to 60 minutes. But remember, it's after the soaking. It's not just, dry for cooking. You soak it 12 hours overnight, or you can soak it with the boiling hot water for shorter time. Black eye peas. This one for cooking, I barely eat that one. I can tell you. I don't remember I was ever having this done by myself, but cooking time is 45 to 60 minutes. Pinto beans. I'm using this so much. Whenever I do some kind of Mexican style food, I'm using pinto beans a lot. And this one is cooked from 60 to 90 minutes. Black beans are my favorite. I love black beans with the hot sauce. So it's like Mexican style, but I just love it so much and it's really, really yummy. So black beans cooking is from 120 minutes 280 minutes. They cook a long time. For those, I will go for a can. It's just such a long time of cooking. And when they are, ready to eat in a can, they are just ready to eat, ready to put into the sauce, and they are just ready to, faster cooking, whatever you are doing. And the chickpeas, the garbanzo. So that one, of course, we do hummus with, and this one is from cooking. It's from 120 to 180 minutes, but I love this one to be bought ready to eat in a jar with water and salt. So like you can have it in a glass jar that is just water and salt in ingredients, and they are ready to eat. And they are so yummy that even before I do my hummus, I will just eat it with a spoon. So that's really good bean. I love it so much. Let me see what else I wanted to share with you. Okay, so some important information for how to make the beans easily digestible for you because yes, it is causing the problems, and it's not because of the beans, it's because of our body. Just imagine this. Let's say there's one type of bean, whatever, a white bean, garbanzo, whatever you're gonna pick, doesn't matter, but it's a bean that you are picking. And the same beans are eaten by millions of people on the globe. And you have some kind of reaction, some kind of undigestible process because of that bean. It's not because of the bean, it's because of your body. It's just because how your body is absorbing it, how you prepare this, how much water do you drink, and more stuff. So let me give you a couple information that beans are causing and what you can do in order to, avoid the cause, or just slow down the process of digestion, ease on the digestion on your stomach, and just make sure that you can have beans. So gas, stomach pain, the crampings that it's sometimes happening, that people are just telling me I have constipation after beans, and um, it's just because of your body. Trust me on it. Beans are amazing. You can only work on your body and just make it that your body will easier take it. So soaking the beans overnight is really important. Just give it a chance. Don't go on a short way, like on a can, or soaking in a hot boiling water for just 4 hours. Just if you hop on beans, go for that overnight soaking, and you will see the difference. Pressure cooker is very helpful in cooking the beans. It's, slowing the time for you, that's one, but also it's loosening up this fiber that it's in the beans. And that's the problem for all the gas, constipation, pain, cramping, everything you can list. If you're using pressure cooker for cooking, it's just going to um, cook it thoroughly, and that's a lot easier for you to digest. Chew it, chew it well, chew it so well. So when it gets to your stomach, it it's already working in your mouth with the enzymes that are produced in your mouth for slower breakdown. Beans. I'm not talking every single food, but those beans. And this is really important. So work on it, chew it in your mouth, practice chewing longer because we're supposed to be chewing for 30 times. And I know it's not happening. So do the best you can. Start with smaller portions. So like don't eat the whole bag, the whole can on the first sitting when you haven't eat really well or haven't digest really well beans, practice on adding them slowly because the portion you're gonna add is always leveling up with the water you drink. So if you can have a higher intake of water, that fiber from the beans will be a lot easier digestible, a lot easier absorbed, and it's not gonna give you any problems, honestly. And experience the different beans because the problem with the beans, it's not the bean, it's the skin that is on the outside of the bean. Every single bean that it's inside, we have the whole like meat of the bean, but the skin has that fiber. It's the skin that is typically hard to digest, hard to break, hard to be broken in our even mouth. And if you feel that this is the cause, I mean, this is causing the problem, but if you have a chance to like remove the skins off of some of the beans, just do it and have all the insides, all the good stuff, which fiber is amazing and the skin is amazing too, but lower down on the skin and level up when you can, when you decide that you are getting better on digesting them, when you are drinking more water and it's just going easier on your body. So, smaller beans like lentils and peas are easier to digest because they don't have that heavy skin on the outside. But all the others are like black beans, white beans, the pinto beans. They have that skin. Sometimes I'm Polish, so I'm cooking those white, big one. They are really big beans and they are having heavy skin on the outside. Sometimes I remove almost all the skin on the outside. Obviously, some will fall into the recipe, but most are out of the recipe. And that's for my process of digestion, which I listen to my body and I know how much I can hold on to that skin. Um, the other thing that is really important with cooking beans, adding fennel, adding ginger, cumin, and there's one more. Mm, oh my gosh, I forgot the name. Myran, I think this is the way you say it to prevent the gas. So the fermentation process, all of those herbs are helping us with the fermentation process that is happening in our body. So you can add that into the recipes, not into cooking the on its own the beans, but the recipes you do. And when you do that, it's easier on your body on the gas process. So it's just prevent the gases, using apple cider vinegar before the dinner, while cooking beans. This is a method that I heard also being supportive for your digestion, making them easier to be digestible. I've never done it, but I am using apple cider vinegar every single day. So that's possibly that is good enough for me in order not to put, apple cider vinegar into any recipes. And the last thing that I wanna mention, and it's very important, are the digestive enzymes. This is enzymes that are helping us digest what we eat. Obviously, I suggest and direct you to eat a healthy food. So, like whole foods, cooked by you. If you are buying ready, fine, but you are going into whole foods. You know what you eat. And the thing is that it's not it's not just us that are going to, put food in and body will be okay. It's enzymes that are helping that food to be broke down into not the smaller pieces, but into micronutrients, so like vitamins and minerals. And that stuff starts in our mouth. That stuff is going down to our stomach, and digestive enzymes are some stuff that is just missing in our body. We are just simply missing them. So if you are eating really good whole foods meals, and doesn't matter if it's a bean or if it's some kind of other meal, and you struggle with digestion, this is not the first time I am mentioning digestive enzymes. I have one that I'm taking every single meal before every single meal, and I truly suggest you do the same. It makes a difference. You can have one time a day, you can have it up to three times a day. For some people, it's really important to take it, and it's important for me to take it before I go out and eat, because honest to goodness, I can have a healthy meal on a plate, but I have no clue how it was cooked, what kind of oils there is cooked with. Herbs are typically good. You can have grass-fed meat, you can have fish on the plate, but still that frying or baking or even grilling sometimes, you have no idea how that was done. And that stuff typically is just heavy on our stomach, is just heavy on our body. And it helps me a lot when I have digestive enzymes just before heavy meals, especially on the outside. But I take them before my breakfast, I take them before my dinner, either way. So that's how I wanted to share about the beans. I hope this will be helpful. As I said, when you're watching my lives here in this group, just comment underneath so I can put you into the raffle at the end of the month. And we'll see each other on Thursday. I'm going to hop on Thursday, and tomorrow is Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. So just let me know if you are open, if you are interested in listening about skincare, how to take care of your skin, what does it mean, what is important about skincare, and we'll see you then. So see you on Thursday and talk to you soon. Bye bye.